Okay, I have one more of the power rule problems I want to post. So these are power, product, quotient rule, and they have negative exponents. Okay, so here's the example I wanted to work through. I have parentheses u to the -1 v to the second over 2w to the second, and that's raised to the -3. And then I have another little parentheses u w to the fifth. Now you're going to notice that your second product, this is a product because this is multiply, it's not a fraction, and there's no outside power. So what do we do with that? Well, let's start off by taking each of the factors on the inside and raising them to the outside power. That's called the power of a product. So I'll take the u and I'll raise it to the -3. I'll take the v squared, raise it to the -3, over the 2 raised to the -3, and the w squared raised to the -3. I'm not going to do anything with this guy just yet. We'll hang on to him. So now if I have a base with 2 powers, okay, that's your power rule. It says to multiply the powers together. So that'll be u to the +3, because -1 times -3 is +3. V to the -6 over, I'm just going to leave this 2 to the -3 for now, and then w to the -6. Okay, so now the first thing that I notice is I don't have any bases of the same, but I do have a lot of negative powers. So I'm going to go ahead and take care of those negative powers. The u to the third will stay where it is, but the 2 to the third is going to want to go up to the numerator. The w to the -6, because it has that negative power, is going to go to the numerator, and then that v to the -6, because of that negative power, is going to go down to the denominator. Okay, so now that fraction has been simplified. The only other thing we can do is 2 to the third is 8, and we'll do that on our last step. Okay, so now if you remember, don't forget about this guy. Okay, so he can come all the way down now. This is multiplication, and I'm multiplying it by u w to the fifth, and technically that's over 1. So now when I multiply the numerators here, I get 2 to the third, which is 2 times 2 times 2, 8. And now I have w to the third times w, remember that's to the first. I'm sorry, that's a u. U to the third times u to the first, that would be u to the fourth. That's your product rule. They're just multiplied together. There's no double power like up here. And then w to the sixth times w to the fifth, I have those 2 w bases. The base stays the same. And I take those powers and I add them together. And then my denominator, I multiply v to the 6 times 1, which is just v to the 6th. So your answer is 8 u to the 4th, w to the 11th, over v to the 6th.